Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, from Little Britain, David Walliams. Here's the news. It's Krishnan Guru-Murthy. And their team captain, Dave Spikey. And facing them tonight, posh type Palmer-Tomkinson. DJ Christian O'Connell. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your host, Jimmy Carr.
Good evening and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 13% of British men are superstitious? Ooh, 13. Unlucky. 55% of women in the northeast have used a sex toy. They are thinking about giving it a rinse before they lend it to the northwest. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean.
Well, I think there's a good chance to be talking about Russell Crowe, who's in a hotel. He was in a hotel in New York trying to phone his son in Australia so he could say, "Good night!" and "I love you!" And the phone didn't work, so he took it downstairs and threw it at the night porter. Still didn't work. Then he picks up a bowl of matches, chucks that at the night porter. Still doesn't work.
You know the man is going to get £1 million, maybe. He's suing for £1 million.
£1 million?
No, it's definitely worth it.
I'd like him to throw a phone at me. And while he's at it, he can whip me with a leather glove and spit on me. And I'll give him £1 million.
Well, let's have a look and see if Russell Crowe is up on our list of the most talked about things of the week. Yes, it is. 37% of people were talking about Russell Crowe being in trouble again. If you do throw a phone at a hotel receptionist, the best way to get away with it is to say afterwards, "It's for you." Dave, your team. What else do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Well, I'd say Michael Jackson. The jury's out, of course, it's all happening, and he's ill again. A commentator said, "I saw the colour drain from his face." I don't think so. The defence, well, part of the defence is that he's just reliving his childhood. Get a few mates round, get in bed, open a bottle of wine, watch some gay porn.
He doesn't call it wine, though, does he?
Jesus juice.
Jesus juice. That's what we call it, isn't it? They like it when I'm rude to Jimmy.
Well, he said, didn't he? He said that if he gets acquitted, he's very tempted to leave America now. Go to Africa and attain some sort of anonymity.
It'll just blend in.
It just blend in. May I suggest Finland? Maybe, I don't know.
Are you allowed to wear wigs in prison?
I presume that you're not allowed to wear wigs in prison.
That's going to be hard for him.
I don't know whether the wig's going to be the most difficult thing about being in prison. My hair looks rubbish, and stop that while you're at it.
Just put cameras all over the prison and call out, "I'm a Michael Jackson, get me out of here."
But unfortunately, he can't go, "I'm Michael Jackson, get me out of here." They go, "No, sorry, you're Michael Jackson, that's why you're in here."
Well, let's have a look and see if Michael Jackson is on our list. Yes, it is. It's the most talked about thing this week. 59% of people were talking about the Michael Jackson trial. The court proceedings were further delayed this week because Jackson kept nipping to the little boys' room. Not the best choice of words.
Surely the men would have spotted the orgasm story this week. Did you see that?
In the jeans, in women's jeans.
That was brilliant. It's a fantastic story because scientists have now proved that women's orgasms are all in their genes, which is great for us because not that I have a problem, but it's if I had a problem, it wouldn't be my fault.
No.
I could say...
What, if you're not wearing jeans? Oh, jeans!
Everything Tara says is funny.
That would be one of those what are they talking about down the pub stories, I would say.
I think the very fact they're in the pub, they're not really bothered about women's orgasms.
We didn't make our list of the top 5 most talked about things. A scientific study has revealed that the ability to orgasm is hereditary. It means that grandmothers have the same orgasmic response as their granddaughters. This is according to research done by Professor Wayne Rooney. us on buzzers if you know what people have been talking about this week.
Is it, have people just got, you know, Bush and Blair? Blair's been using his special relationship with George Bush, which is, I suppose, like the same sort of relationship a tree has with a dog, to try and persuade him to give some more money to debt relief. Bob Geldof's debt relief thing.
Yeah.
And George Bush has just gone, nah. He won't even do anything about climate change, will he, Bush? He won't do any. He won't sign up to Kyoto, the Kyoto Agreement.
I think he recycled his copy of the agreement, that's something.
You know why on Kyoto that we also discovered this week was that a White House official had been doctoring government reports on climate change to water down the scientific evidence.
Oh, he's gone quite newsy, hasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know whether we should have had someone this clever on the show.
What should you say about it? Because I don't know about you, I mean, I recycle stuff, you know, and you go to America, you do think to yourself, what is the point? Why do I even bother? You know, and like, you know, you think to yourself, you're washing out a Marmite pot and they're drilling for oil in Alaska. They're greedy, selfish, ignorant bastards. And that's just... How about you? Next time a hurricane hits Florida, I'm going to go, no! And if Clarkson's on holiday, bingo!
Well, let's have a look if Bush and Blair talking has been in the news.
Yeah. Well done.
What else have people been doing?
I think it's Bob Geldof and his G8 plans. He
That
wants
is in the news.
all these sailors from the south coast to sail across to France. And bring back 10,000 French people. And if you sent all these boats out from England with all these little sailors in, they'd just come back with 30 crates of Stella, wouldn't they? 30 crates of Stella, 500 fags. It's for an 18th. Oh, aye.
Do we know who's playing in the gig?
Who's playing?
Are you going to do a bit?
Yeah, I'm on just after Sting, yeah.
Tara, are you doing a little bit? Live 8?
Do a little bit. Are you?
Pass it on.
She's parlayed that across.
Are there not any black artists on the bill at all?
There's one, I think.
Youssou N'Dour is on.
Houston and he's in Paris, isn't he?
And Edinburgh.
He's pretty big, isn't he?
Would it be wrong to get Sting to black up?
Can I just say that I've noticed something? That you're sitting on a silk cushion.
I know.
With
You're like
tassels.
Prince Charles.
Come on, let's just have a look at this. Come on, look at this. Well, I'm having that. Here we are. We're all having a cushion.
Well, now... I can't now do the rest of the show having lost a foot. I enjoyed 8 out of 10 Cats, Channel 4, but I noticed Jimmy got a lot shorter during the first round.
Come on, shush. Come on.
Oh, I'm a martyr to my piles.
You're doing very well. OK, now just read what it says there. You'll be fine.
Right, let's have a look and see if Live 8 was in our most talked about things.
Come on.
Yes, it was number 3 last week, but it's gone up to number 2 this week. Bob Geldof has urged people to recreate the Dunkirk spirit by collecting people from France in their boats. The Germans have pledged to do their bit by bombing the beaches. Okay, one more to get. Come on, have a go.
Is it the fact that the government wants to charge us all now for every mile that we drive in our cars? And that's their big new idea, which, funnily enough, they only announced 2 weeks after being re-elected, but never mentioned it beforehand, before the election.
It's never going to work, is it? I mean, has anybody got sat nav? Because you go past a few trees and it's lost them, hasn't it? It's lost the satellite altogether.
No. What car are you driving?
Right, let's have a look and see if the road charge is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, the government are looking at a system to measure how far we drive so they can charge us accordingly. Isn't that petrol? So at the end of that round, Sean's team have 2 points and Dave's team have 3 points. The next round is called the Poll with a Hole. We've looked through hundreds of surveys, past and present, from around the world and unearthed some fascinating facts. Unfortunately, each statistic is missing one salient piece of information, so it's up to our panellists to fill in the gaps. Dave, David and Krishnan, 10% of British men lie about what at school reunions?
What school they went to? You like that one, didn't you, Dave? That tickled you, didn't it?
Very Very good.
So 10% of British men lie about...
Well, maybe there's no word there. It's just lie about at
Yeah.
school reunions.
They lie about when they first had sex. If they had sex.
I'm going to give you that. At
Yeah.
school reunions, 10% of British men lie about the number of sexual partners they've had. I lied about mine. I rounded the number up to 1. OK, Sean, Tara and Christian. This is from a poll by Churchill Insurance from January of this year.
Okay.
Women spend, on average, £100,000 on what during their lifetime?
Is it women spend an average of £100,000 on, judging from the tampon adverts? Is it skydiving and rollerblading lessons?
You really understand women, don't you?
Of course I do, yeah.
The women I've gone out with, it's not rent.
Oh, Christ.
You've been hurt, haven't you?
Oh, God.
Botox?
The average.
I can still frown, by the way.
Is it,
Go on, have a
Yeah,
frown.
Botox.
A frown? That's frowning, is it? There's nothing from there up.
Well, exactly, so Botox.
It's the average woman, not the average socialite.
I know, clothes.
Yes! Dave's team next. This is from last June. 44% of American dads say that what features in their sex lives?
Jacko.
The letters WWW.
Is it being bummed in the woods by hillbillies? It's smutty, this show, isn't it?
I shall tell you this because it's quite difficult to get. 44% of American dads say that religion features in their sex lives. Sean, this is according to a survey featured in The Mirror in April. The popularity of what has increased by 26% in the last 3 years?
Bird flu.
You're half right.
I thought it was going to be something like Gary Glitter. You know, because about 3 years ago, anyone said, what do you think of Gary Glitter? People go, no, I don't like him. Whereas now, they go, oh, not really. So that's more popular, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I
think
can see that theory
Things have
working.
got slightly better for him.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
You know, they've started playing his music again. What if Jackson gets done, will they stop playing his music?
Radio 2 have said they're going to.
They're going to carry on playing it, even if he
No,
goes...
no, no. If he gets put away, no more Jacko 5
Really?
songs. Yeah.
No, it's a shame Phil Collins is such a law-abiding citizen.
Shall I have to tell you this? The popularity of bird watching has increased by 26% in the last 3 years. Most ornithologists agree. Those birds are definitely up to something. So at the end of that round, it's 5 points for Sean's team and 6 points for Dave's team. Time for What's the Poll? I'm going to show you 5 people who are all popular answers on the same poll. All our panellists have to do is tell me, what's the poll? OK, teams, buzz in if you think you know the answer. Here's your first person.
I've had enough now. I've really had enough. It's just all over the place. Just went through 120 degrees right now. If we're going to go that way and we can't. Just so had enough.
Ellen MacArthur there. She sailed around the world quicker than anyone has ever done it before. She only wanted to go to the Isle of Wight, but women, directions, what can you do? So, what poll do you think she might have appeared on?
Is it people who like sitting in a floating computer while it drives you around the world?
When she's doing the round the world thing, single-handed thing, I'd love to have been a stowaway, and she just gets near the end and go, ha! You thought you was on your own. I was there all along. I think it might be a poll of women who look like 9-year-old boys. She does. She looks like a young lad, really eager young lad with their cheeks. I reckon if the next picture's Jeanette Cranky, I've got it right.
Maybe she's just on a poll for people who are jolly good with boats.
Lovely poll that would be.
Let's have a look at the next person on the list.
It's on your head. It's on your head.
That's Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. As beautiful as she is black. Elton John has already penned a song for when she dies. Crocodile Rock. What poll might Ellen MacArthur and Camilla have both appeared on?
Is it Pipe Smoker of the Year?
Is it a list of women you'd rather have from behind?
Let me just check. No. Let's have a look at the next person on this poll.
250 grams of butter.
Ooh, lovely. Baby. Whisk it up, me old darling.
Chocolate.
Cheesecake mould. All right. We're off, mate. Cool.
People who shop at Sainsbury's.
Oh, that's what it is.
I'm afraid not.
What's he saying? I didn't understand a single word.
Sorry, what was that, Dave? I couldn't...
I like Jamie Oliver, though. Do people like Jamie Oliver?
Is it I thought it was the Crazy Frog. Sorry. I thought it was the Crazy Frog.
What poll do you think they all feature on?
Is it something to do with school dinners? Jamie Oliver did a show about school dinners. So I got that sort of right, didn't I?
And the other two... Doesn't matter.
Well, maybe one of her horses has ended up in a school dinner, Camilla's horses. She probably... the local school said, we haven't got anything to eat. And she just went, I'll have one of my horses. Ellen MacArthur, she's probably went to school. She's probably still at school. She looks like she's at school. Looks like she's just had a lovely, scrummy, big, spotted dick.
Walliams, what do you think?
I don't know. I'd like to see a couple more people and then make up my mind.
Well, let's have a look at the fourth person. Richard Branson, then. Oh.
They're all windy people in some way. They're all windy.
No, they're not.
Is it something to do with advertising? Sainsbury's, something else?
Camilla did Asda.
Asda?
Yeah, Asda Price, that was her.
Oh, yeah, maybe they all do that. Good one.
OK, let's have a look at the fifth person on this poll.
Who's that? Oh, wait.
She just got off the toilet. Is it something to do with nationalities?
You're along the right line, so...
Is he the greatest English person ever?
Yes. Yes, they all appear on the English Person of the Year poll. So at the end of that round, it's 6 points to Dave's team and 6 points to Sean's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. I'm going to give the teams a series of opinion polls and surveys. They've just got to buzz in and tell me who or what they think came top. Here's your first one. OK, this is from a poll featured in the Evening Standard from January. Best way to slow down traffic.
Oh, I don't know.
Strippers on the hard shoulder.
Wear something dark, get an hairdryer and go and point it at cars.
Put your foot on the brake and slow down.
It's so simple, but it's right. That was brilliant.
The best way to slow down traffic is just let old people drive. Because it's as if they're permanently looking for a parking space, isn't it? And she's always got a belt hanging out the door. And it is my ambition to get my front wheels on that belt and have her out, you know.
The best way to slow down traffic, according to the survey, is flashing signs, specifically the ones that say, slow down. This is from a survey of kids for the Cartoon Network TV channel from April of this year. Children's choice for Prime Minister.
Oh, SpongeBob SquarePants.
But it's more likely to be Pingu, isn't it? I mean,
Pingu?
He talks a lot of sense if you listen to him.
Is it Krishnan Guru-Murthy from Newsround?
That was a long time ago.
Oh.
How are they dealing with the Michael Jackson thing, the King of Pop?
With great care.
Are they getting morphed to reenact it?
I remember Newsround was just always about pandas. Pandas were mating in which zoos around the world. There was always good news, the pandas got pregnant. Yeah. That's all it was ever.
It's mainly a panda update, isn't it, really?
It's panda round.
It doesn't matter, because children are idiots, they're stupid. They know what they're doing. They're going to pick someone stupid, because they're... It's our idea that kids are really clever. They're not. They're thick as pig shit, children. They will buy anything if it's got a cartoon character on it. You know, you give them a bag of gravel if it's got Shrek on the front. They're morons. I hate them. They're paintings. They're shit, aren't they? They're paintings.
You've got a little baby, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's really mellowed you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's a footballer.
Wayne Rooney.
Correct.
Oh.
Yes, kids went for Wayne Rooney as their choice for Prime Minister. Fourth on the list was Danny Jones from McFly. He doesn't even get to make the decisions in McFly. This is from a poll by iVillage.com from April. World's best place to pull.
The handle?
Probably in the... Supposed to pull?
I think it's on the show. There's a lot of tension.
Krishnan?
Is it the Neverland Ranch?
It's in Italy.
Rome.
It's in Rome, yeah.
Trevi Fountain.
No.
St. Peter's Square.
No.
That's where the
The
Pope
Pope's
lives.
balcony.
No. Come on, there's only one famous place in Rome you haven't mentioned.
Colosseum.
All right, two.
Sistine Chapel.
Three famous places in Rome you haven't mentioned.
Lorenzo's shag pad.
The Spanish Steps, yes. OK, this is from a report by the Birmingham Post from March. Birmingham's favourite vegetable.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Did you say it was the Birmingham Evening Post?
Yeah.
That must have been a slow news week in Birmingham, hasn't it? Well, there's nothing going on. Let's find out what vegetables people like. I hope it's onion.
Correct. Birmingham's favourite vegetable is the onion. A lot of people cry when they chop onions. I don't. The trick is not to form an emotional bond. Well, that sound tells me that's the end of that round and the end of the game, which means the final scores are Sean's team have 9 points, but Dave is the winner with 11 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and all of you watching at home. We'll be back next week. Well, thank you for watching 8 out of 10 Cats. If you want to watch another episode, you know, feel free, or pop to Pornhub for some different kind of fun. Good luck. You can also go to jimmycarr.com and buy tickets to see me live. I'd love that. I'd like it if you liked and subscribed. But, don't feel pressured. Do your thing. You be you.